Vicente Almeida installed hidden cameras throughout the entire house to watch the new maid. He believed she was going to deceive him, but what he discovered changed his life forever. Vicente was a billionaire, owner of a construction company worth $800 million. He had everything money could buy: a mansion in São Paulo, imported cars, and inexhaustible bank accounts. But one thing was missing that money could never buy: trust. A year ago, Vicente had become a bitter, paranoid, and deeply suspicious man. And he had his reasons. He fired 5 maids in just 6 months. The first stole valuable jewelry, the second tried to sell photos of his son, Pedro, to gossip magazines. The third exposed the family's private life on social media, creating a serious security issue. In the end, only he and Pedro remained, a baby of 1 year and 2 months who still didn't walk and barely smiled. Vicente, to be honest, didn't know how to take care of his son. He was a master at closing contracts, but terrible at changing diapers. Until the agency sent Camila. She arrived on a Monday morning, simple and humble, with a smile that seemed to carry no malice. "Good morning, Mr. Vicente. What a beautiful house. And this baby? How cute," she said. Vicente looked at her with disdain. No one was that friendly without wanting something in return. He imposed strict rules: start with the kitchen, then the living room. "Don't touch my office. And don't pick the boy up without my authorization. Understood?" "Understood, sir," she replied, keeping her smile. In the office, Vicente couldn't concentrate. For the first time in months, he heard his son laughing. He peeked through the door. Camila was cleaning the floor, humming nursery rhymes, and Pedro, sitting in his playpen, was clapping and laughing. That laughter, which Vicente could barely remember, moved him. But the feeling wasn't joy, it was fear. Why did my son bond so quickly? What does she want, he thought. That same day, he ordered hidden cameras installed in every corner of the mansion. During the first week, Vicente watched every move through his phone. Camila cleaned the house singing, talked to Pedro as if he understood everything, and taught him to wave goodbye and try to stand up. Nothing suspicious. Until, on a Thursday, while cleaning the office, she found an old photo of Vicente's parents. She picked up the portrait and whispered, "You have the same look as him and the same good way." Vicente froze. Who was she talking about? His father? Did she know him? The obsession grew. On Friday, while giving Pedro a bath, she whispered, "Your mother was beautiful, Padrinho. And your grandfather was the most generous person I ever knew." Vicente couldn't take it anymore. He ransacked Camila's belongings and found, hidden in her bag, an old silver locket. Inside was a photo of his father hugging an unknown woman. Why was she keeping that? The following Tuesday, Vicente was watching the cameras when he saw something that made him stop breathing. Camila stood Pedro up. "Come on, champion. Let go of Camila's hand and come." She stepped back and opened her arms. Pedro, the small heir to the Almeida fortune, took 5 shaky steps and fell laughing into her arms. Camila hugged him, crying, "You did it. You walked, my love." In the office, Vicente also cried. But it was a deep pain. His son's first steps were for a stranger, and not for him. That night, the confrontation happened. "Sit down, Camila." "Who are you?" Vicente asked coldly. "You talk about my father and my late wife as if you were part of this family." "I saw the locket. I saw the cameras. Answer me." Camila turned pale, but she didn't back down. "You went through my things. You recorded me." She took a deep breath, her eyes tearing up. "I didn't come here to deceive you, Vicente. I came because I made a promise." Camila revealed that her mother, Teresa Santos, had worked in that house decades ago. Teresa was a widow and poor, and Vicente's father, Joachim, had been her salvation. Joachim had paid for a heart surgery that saved Teresa's life and gave her that silver locket as a reminder that good people still existed in the world. My mother made me promise that if I ever could, would repay that kindness, she explained. But there was more. Camila was a nursing assistant and was on duty the night Susana, Vicente's wife, gave birth. Susana was in critical condition. Before being taken for emergency surgery from which she wouldn't return, she squeezed Camila's hand and begged, "If I don't survive, please, someone needs to take care of my baby." Camila saw the name Almeida and understood it was a sign. "I promised her I would take care of Pedro. When I saw the job ad, I knew it was time to fulfill both promises, the one I made to my mother and the one I made to Susana." The silence in the office was absolute. Vicente felt crushed by his own stupidity. He went to the safe and took out a letter written by his father 6 months before he died. Joachim had written, "My son, real wealth is not in the buildings we raise, but in the hands we hold when everyone else lets go. Teresa was the soul of this home. If her children ever find their way to you, open your doors as I once did." Vicente's voice broke as he read the words out loud. He realized his father hadn't just left him money, he had left him a map to become a better human being. "I am an idiot," Vicente confessed. "You came here to fulfill promises and I treated you like a criminal. Forgive me." Camila, with the generosity she inherited from her mother, only shook her head. "You were just protecting your son. There is nothing to forgive." The next day, Vicente removed all the cameras. He didn't want to watch anymore, he wanted to live. He called Camila and said, "I want to honor my father's promise. You are no longer a maid. You are part of this family. Pedro needs you, and I need you too." Vicente quintupled Camila's salary and gave her all the perks his fortune allowed, but her role now was different. She would be Pedro's aunt, the official guardian of his steps and memories. 6 months passed, and the Almeida mansion was transformed. Where there was once only silence and suspicion, there were now laughter and music. Vicente reduced his workload and learned how to be a father. He learned to give baths, to play, and to be present. Pedro, now almost 2 years old, runs through the house calling for Aunt Camila. The silver locket of Teresa and Joachim now occupies a place of honor in the living room, framed next to the family photos. Vicente often stands before that frame, remembering the man he used to be. He finally understands that the cameras only showed him what he feared, while Camila showed him what he was missing. He learned the most valuable lesson: being a billionaire means nothing if you have no one to trust. He discovered that kindness is not forgotten and that promises made from the heart cross generations. Sometimes, the most valuable people in our lives arrive in disguise, carrying only a locket and a promise to keep. If this story touched you, subscribe to the channel. Comment which city you are watching us from and if you have ever found out you were wrong about someone after doubting them too much. Share this video.